It's WrestleMania 15, the RAGIN CLIMAX. This was from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'm Macho Wrestling 101. Well, I'm Brett Mix for the channel Macho Wrestling 101. Hit like and subscribe if you like the videos. We pump out wrestling videos every day. If you're a fan of that thing, you're not going to be sad you subscribed. So thank you for that if you do. And if not, either way, here we go. It's WrestleMania 15 from Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. March 28th, 1999, in front of over 20,000 fans, which means standing room was a thing here because the arena only held 18,000 seats, I believe, or 19,000 strong. One or the other. Boys to Men saying America the Beautiful. This was the last WrestleMania Gorilla Monsoon would ever see, as he was a judge in the shoot match between Butterbean and Bart Gunn, where Butterbean knocked him out in 35 seconds. I won't be reviewing that match because I just did. Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler did commentary for the first time at WrestleMania here together. Jim Ross would take over in the main event, and it would be Jim Ross's first match since he came back from his Bell's palsy and his mother's death. Big moment for Jim Ross. In the Rock's book, Jim Ross says that's his favorite match he ever refereed, or he ever commentated for. Speaking of who the referee would be, they didn't know who was going to main event that match. They would have a match between Mankind and Big Show, where Big Show disqualifies himself by chokeslamming Mick Foley through the chairs, and then McMahon comes out, and Big Show turns the babyface for like the 30th time by grabbing him by the throat. So Commissioner Shawn Michaels told Vince he's not going to be the ref either, even though Vince did go, "I'm going to be the special referee." It didn't end up that way. Ticket sales, the 20,276 fans drew a gross of $1,437,000 from the gate alone. Gotta love the Attitude Era, spiking those prices high, even if the match quality isn't the greatest. We'll get to that. Unfortunately, this is the last WrestleMania appearance of Owen Hart as well. Jacqueline defeated Ivory in a singles match before the event. D'Lo and Test won a battle royal between tag teams to earn a title shot tonight against Jeff Jarrett and Owen Hart. They won that match at 4:16 after eliminating Draws and The Godfather. Alright, so it's WrestleMania 15 on the WrestleMania Anthology. Thanks for watching all these WrestleManias. It's a blast to go through them all. We'll kick this one off with the Hardcore title match, Triple Threat. Billy Gunn defending against Al Snow and Hardcore Holly. The fans were super into both entrances of Al Snow's "What Does Everybody Want" and "Oh, You Didn't Know." Even Billy Gunn came out to that theme, even though they had Road Dogg saying "Oh, You Didn't Know." They used the taped version of that when it's just Billy Gunn. There was a "Let's Go Flyers" chant as somebody grabbed a hockey stick. I believe it was Billy Gunn that did that, or Al Snow. Either one, it's not really important who. Gunn with the hip lock to Snow onto the table that was set up in the corner, and the table breaks. Billy Gunn then tells him to suck it. Everyone pops in the crowd in Philly. Billy Gunn just drops a Faymaster to Hart. Billy Gunn drops a Faymaster to Al Snow, and then Holly interrupts it with a chair shot to Gunn, and Holly covers Al Snow to get the win. So we have a new hardcore champion. Holly's a two-time hardcore champion after this at 7:06. Actually, he got the pin on Snow after Billy Gunn did the damage, the dirty work. Next, we got Owen Hart and Jeff Jarrett, and I rated that 2 stars. That's opener is 2 stars. Now, match number 2 on the night is the previously mentioned tag title match between Owen and Jarrett, defending against Test and D'Lo Brown. As said above, D'Lo and Test got this by winning the Battle Royal. Deborah was a factor on the outside. D'Lo was talking trash to Owen Hart. Jeff Jarrett was down as D'Lo went for a powerbomb, but Owen Hart came up behind the referee, who was distracted by Deborah, and Owen Hart hit a standing dropkick to D'Lo, and then Jarrett held the ropes for leverage and got him cradled up to the win at 3:58. So Owen and Double J retained the titles. 2 stars. Already went over what happened between Bart Green and Butterbean. Already went through Bart Gunn and Butterbean, and I already went through Mankind and the Big Show. Road Dogg versus Ken Shamrock and Goldust and Val Venus in a fatal 4-way. Ryan Shamrock got involved, who was by ringside as long as the Blue Meanie. Ryan Shamrock got involved and distracted Ken Shamrock and Val Venus over "Who's dating my sister?" And then Val Venus, "Yes, I am." And then Shamrock, "No, you can't." So they both brawled up the aisleway, and they got counted out since it was an elimination match. It just came down to Road Dogg and Al Snow. Ryan Shamrock accidentally bumped into Goldust when she was on her way back from the two arguing in the alleyway. Road Dogg came in with a reverse power slam into a hip lock, and then he did his Road Dogg move, that pump handle slam. Road Dogg retained the title at 9:47 after he last eliminated Goldust. After the match, Ryan Shamrock and Goldust argued. The match is about a star and 3/4. Next, we had Kane versus Triple H. Slow-moving middle match. Triple H wasn't exactly the man yet, and Kane was in a lost role in this corporate role. Chyna with a swerve as she hit Kane with the head in the chair, making Kane win by DQ at 11:33. Chyna then jumped on Triple H and break it down hit. So you would think, are they back together now? What's going on? Well, we'd find out at the end of the X-Pac Shane McMahon match. Anyways, that Triple H Kane match is a star and a quarter. Up next, Sable versus Tori. God, what is Tori wearing? This is the debut of Nicole Bass as she helps Sable retain the title with the Sable Bomb at 5 minutes. This is a dud, and I don't want to talk about Nicole Bass. Next, a Shane McMahon X-Pac match for the European title surprised everybody. The Mean Street Posse was at ringside. Shane McMahon had Test, his hired gun from the corporate team, at ringside. X-Pac brought the agility and aerial offense. Shane did the great job bumping and running around the ring, selling the hell out of this match, selling the fact that he's just being chased everywhere. In the end, Shane retained the title at 8:41 after Chyna distracted the referee and Triple H hit a pedigree to X-Pac. So Chyna and Triple H are together, but they're in the corporate team. Triple H turns on DX. The leader of DX turns on DX. So now DX is just the Outlaws and X-Pac, as Triple H and Chyna are both now on the corporate team, and Shane McMahon retains the European title. This was better than anyone thought. 3 stars. Speaking of better than anyone thought, this is worse than anyone thought. The Undertaker with Paul Bearer versus Big Boss Man in a Hell in a Cell match. What a booking disaster. Both guys were heels. They didn't use the cell. It's WrestleMania. And fucking nothing happened. They both, Boss Man with a couple right hands, and Undertaker with a hit hand and a leg drop. That's it. Maybe Taker Irish whipped him into the cell once. I can't remember. I just watched it and I fell asleep, so it's so hard for me to recall. Anyways, it's a dud. It sucks that Taker, one of Taker's worst. It's easily one of the worst matches ever. You put a Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania for the first time and you get that. Anyway, the main event with The Rock and Austin, again, had JR came out, and Shawn Michaels came out before this to say that Mike Chioda would be the referee, which Lawler was like, what? He's just a normal referee. Austin had personal problems during this time. He didn't wear his vest. He wore his t-shirt to the ring. But they brawled all over the place like a good Attitude Era brawl would. But their fans were just into everything here. Every punch, every kick, every Irish whip, every pull, step, anything that gets involved, the crowd just goes nuts. There was even some Rock fans here, even though he was a heel. Even Austin says the match at Backlash was better. Backlash 99. But this is still a good match. I give this 3 stars and 3/4 as Austin once again rules the Federation, as Jim Ross says. Vince's face is priceless when Austin wins at 16:52 after Mick Foley comes out in a referee shirt and helps him with the count. Awesome main event, not awesome event. I give this WrestleMania 4.5 out of 10. Austin and Rock couldn't save it to a passing grade. Everything else sucked that much. But it's an Attitude Era WrestleMania, so some people will look at it through a different lens. But if you actually go and dissect it, unfortunately, it's a bad WrestleMania. I don't know, that's just my opinion. I'm Brett Mix. See you for the next WrestleMania 2000. I'm out. Have a good one. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.